It's time now for the Athlete of the Week here on Mid-Minnesota Sports, and it's brought to you by Diamond Point and Sauk Center. And with us today is a Sauk Center cross-country runner. This is Sophia Kluver. What grade are you in now?
11th grade.
Okay. We'd like to start out and tell us about your family. Who's in your family? Who are your parents?
Okay, my parents are Keith and Sue Kluver. I have 8 siblings. Did you want me to name all the names?
Sure.
Okay, so the oldest is Nathaniel. Next is Gabe. He's married and has 1 child. Next is Michael Kluver, then Daniel Kluver, and then my older sister Alicia, and then it comes to me, and then I have 2 younger sisters, Caressa and Isabella.
All right, real good. It's a busy house then.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
What kind of activities in the household that you get involved in as a family?
Well, we've all been homeschooled, so it's kind of like our own little school kind of there. It's pretty fun. We live out in the country, and we have chickens, cats, and a puppy, so.
I didn't realize you were homeschooled. I really don't know much about it. Could you take us through a typical day? Or first of all, maybe, how did you get going with homeschool? Have your brothers and sisters done that as well?
Yes, all my brothers and sisters have been homeschooled since preschool. A normal day would probably be, well, we wake up around 8. We probably get to school around 9, and we say our pledges or whatever to the flag. We pray, and then after that we'll probably be done. We'll have like a break for lunch, and then after that we'll probably end school around 1 to 2 o'clock.
So as far as school goes then, do you have a teacher, or is it online, or take us through that?
My mom's our teacher, and she teaches us like through the books. So we have like a different book for each subject kind of thing.
Okay.
So we're kind of like in a classroom, but we're like the only one in our grade.
Is it challenging for your mother?
Yes, I would say that's her job, so.
Okay, all right.
She's an expert, I would say.
Because she handles all grades then, right?
Yeah, she's done preschool through 12th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how well do you do? Okay?
Okay, I started online college classes this year. I mean, I'm not good, but I'm not bad.
All right, well, that's good enough. I would say that about cross country then too, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
good.
Tell us about some of the events that you've been in already, some of the races that you've had. What stands out for you so far?
I think just every meet you always push yourself, and just looking back and see how far you've come kind of thing. I don't know.
So let's take, for example, the Melrose race, okay?
Yeah.
You broke the course record over there by, what, about 35 seconds,
Yeah.
right? So what was it about that course or that race, or how did you do it?
Well, while I was coming around the finish line, my dad was yelling at me. He's like, "You're almost done." And I'm like, I thought I had another loop to go. So, I mean, I think I could have ran harder, but I was happy, but I did.
Because take us back to last year now, all right, and your improvement to this year. Could you describe it all? What have been the differences for you since last year, where you're okay, and now here you are winning or finishing second? What have been some of the differences?
It's all in the head. I think it's all mental. Last year I was saying, who cares really what place I get? And I wasn't really taking it seriously. I was basically going out for cross country for the people, not really for the sport. And then this year I was like, I wanted to go to state, so I mean, I pushed myself at practice, not like really like last year I did, but not in the head when I was like, you have to do this, get over the pain.
And how do you do that when you're out there running? What does go through your head?
Bible verses, they help me a lot.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're halfway there. Give me an example. What are you saying to yourself?
Well, I'm like, well, God's helped me through a race before. Why can't he help me through this one? I mean, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, so.
Well, excellent. Excellent. So as you go out and run a race, say like you're down at that mega meet, right? And I don't know how many people are there.
Yeah.
You know? How many?
There was 250 in our race. And then other grades, I think there were 300 to 400. So ours was actually a smaller group, but still 250 was a little packed.
Yeah, I would have to think the start of that race has to be extremely difficult, isn't it?
Yes. I was dead on sprinting downhill because I didn't want to get trampled.
Yeah, because it's just a sea of people. How do you fight your way through that?
I I don't know. It's lots of elbowing. Yes.
Okay. And so as you run any race, are you trying to just stay within yourself, knowing where you're at, or are you looking ahead and trying to keep up with somebody, or how does that work for you?
Probably keeping up with somebody, or just I always try to get out of my comfort zone when I'm running. I always want to get to that stage where I know that I can go farther and I want to, but like my legs are dead and they don't want to, but I was like, you have to go, kind of thing.
Because again, as you compete against some of the girls that you run against, you see some of the same people, don't you?
Yes, a lot.
And so again, do you fall into maybe that person's going out way too fast and you can't do that?
Yeah, or they go up really fast and I'll be like, I'll just catch them at the end, and then I can't catch them at the end. So I think it's better to stay with somebody than just, like wait, I'll just catch them at the middle of the race, but sometimes it never happens.
Take somebody like Kate O'Brien, who's been running for a while too, okay? What is she to you in the sense that you see what she's gone through, and how have you learned from her?
She's like my motivation almost for the sport. She's like my pacer at practices, and I look up to her. I mean, one of my goals for last year was actually to run with her, and I actually got that goal this year, so I'm really excited for that. But
so as you go forward now, what's in store for you? You're a junior, right?
Yep.
And so how can you become a better runner each time out?
Push myself. Sometimes I don't want to, but I know I have to.
Well, okay. No, that's fine.
I don't know.
I do want to ask you, though, too, I haven't asked you, how did you get going with running? There's other activities to do, from volleyball to tennis to swimming to whatever.
Yeah.
How did you become a runner?
My dad was actually a cross-country runner. He was, state every year. He was pretty good. And 7th grade, my dad's like, you have cross-country. It was kind of like our only choice, because he was like, I want a sport that I actually enjoy watching you. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Do you do other activities, too?
Track. I do track and field, and that's about it, besides church activities and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to touch on track too for Sauk Center, it looks like it's really kind of on an upswing. Do you think so?
Yes, I think so too.
And what is bringing that on, or describe that for us? What are the changes? Why is it getting better?
I think there's the people in track, they're all getting better. They're actually trying now, I feel like. So you have more people to run with that will push you and help you meet your goals and stuff, I think.
Well, because running now, it's like go out and pound out a few miles. Some days you got to be saying to yourself, I don't feel like doing this, right?
I know. I think that's where God came in. Through this past winter, I did not want to go out, and I was like, it's snowing, I don't want to go run. But I was like, I have to go run, because if you start running, it comes where you're naturally, oh, it's 3 o'clock, let's go on a run, kind of thing.
Because in your head, too, the girl you're competing against, you're thinking,
she's out running. She's out running.
Yep, and so you have to, too.
Yeah.
Well, so what are the realistic chances now? As you said, you want to make it to the state. How realistic is that? What do you have to do?
Push myself a lot and keep with the girls, I'll just catch them wherever, but I have to stay up there and push through the pain, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how competitive are you? Can you do this?
I don't know, because some days are bad days.
Okay.
Probably a 9. I really want to go really bad.
That's good enough for me. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on what you've done already. And I guess the rest of the way, sky's the limit, right?
Yep. You never know what'll happen.
All right. Real good. That is Sophia Kluber, and she is the Athlete of the Week, and is brought to you by Diamond Point in Sauk Center.